Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Little Bit Garage. Today's episode, we have some massive off-road tires for my Sabre. John Deere here, manufactured by John Deere. These two rear tires, one of them held air but was insanely dry rotted. The other one was just completely blown. So we're going to replace those. We already have one off. This one, we're bringing the torch out because we cannot get it off. My dad's going to come help me with that. We're also going to be taking off the deck because it doesn't work, just like the other Cub Cadet. And then also throwing in a new battery because, of course, it doesn't work. The charge is really good, but the cells were just bad in the battery, so it wouldn't hold the power or juice. We also have to paint these because on the interweb page thing, it said that they were going to be gray. They showed up, and unless I'm colorblind, those ain't gray. So we're going to have to paint those, and we might actually paint them yellow and then paint the front yellow because it is a John Deere pretty much. Literally, they have a John Deere model that is the same exact thing, just yellow seat, deck, rims, and this says John Deere. So we might literally just make it look like a John Deere because I'm not a fan of the gray and the green. And then the seat obviously needs replaced, very bad condition. But this one we can actually turn into a racing mower. Our Cub Cadet, we went for more of an off-road look after I realized it was shaft driven. You can't make those go faster unless you upgrade the engine, which would literally make a 2-mile-per-hour difference. But this one has a super tiny pulley in the front, huge in the back. You swap those, this thing will go very fast, have good amount of power, not a lot of torque, but we're going to be hopefully drifting this actually this time. And then of course we're going to be putting exhaust on it, see other video. But my dad's bringing the torch over here. We're just going to get this tire off because it's just fighting. So if you guys haven't watched our other episode on this sat for a few years and we got it running and riding again. Obviously it has a few issues like the tires. This one's actually popped off the bead. We've been hitting it with a hammer so much. And rims in perfect condition, alright? That is brand new. Just got it from the dealership. No, I'm kidding. That's actually from literally beating it with a hammer. We have like 8 different hammers. That one in that toolkit. And then it fell off the jack. So, I mean, I don't even know what's happening. We're just going to torch that off. The other tire is right there. This one wasn't in the best. When did you even order all these? Wasn't in the best condition. Rim was pretty bent too. Very dry rotted, did not hold air. So we're just gonna get some light set up. It's getting pretty dark, and then we'll get this thing taken off. In this episode, we are also going to be washing it because I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is very, very dusty. Obviously, it sat under a barn for quite a bit. So probably after we get the tires on, we'll give it a nice rinse. I don't know if we'll use the pressure wash or not. It might just need hose down. But yeah, we're just going to get to work on this tire. This does not want to come off.
Ready?
Yep. Finally. There we go. Well, it's the next day. This is what it looks like in the daylight. I will say, for using a torch that cuts straight through metal, trying to save the axle, that's really good. I don't know if you guys can see it, the lighting's not the best right now, but straight keyway going through. We are going to get the grinder and clean this up because it's still bumpy from the liquid metal melting onto it. So we're going to go grab a grinder, just kind of smoothen it up, make it look better. I picked up a keyway thing. I don't even know if this is 4 keyways. It's just square tubing that is the same exact diameter as that keyway because obviously that one is not savable. So I'm going to grab 2 grinders, one that we use to clean that up and then one that we can use to trim this metal rod. And then we're going to paint our tires because they are white and I don't even really want gray. So they make the exact same model of this, except John Deere. This is manufactured by John Deere, except it says John Deere, yellow rims, yellow deck, and yellow seat. So we're just going to get a yellow seat because we're getting a new one anyways. And then I'm just going to paint the front and rear tires yellow because I don't like gray, and green doesn't look the best. And then we're going to take this off because, again, it does not work. And then we can finally go cruise this thing. But I'm going to grab some grinders and we're just going to get to work on that axle. Alright, I got my glove on. And then we're going to use this to get it nice and flat. And then we're going to use this to clean it up. And then we'll clean up the other side too because they're really rusty. So I'm just going to get to work. Put my safety glasses on. Couldn't find any, so we'll just use these. Alright, the axle is cooling down. We're going to get these rims painted up. Painter's tape won't stick, so I'm just going to have to try to use cardboard. It's a little bit more challenging, but like right now it's perfect. Oh, I just ripped it. I'm going to get this stripping up, paint this thing. I stripped this quite a bit off camera, and it just broke. That's fine. Just jam it back in there. Just like that. There we go. Little testing the rocks. Very hot today. Real feel of 102. Very light coat first. Literally just get it misted. Let that dry for like 10 minutes. And then go heavier and heavier as you go on pretty much. About ready to take off the deck here. I just need to get this part off. It's going to be hard because the other side I could just lift it up, take it off, but this side it should drop after this. Alright, let's see if we can... Alright, there we go. Yeah, last time I did that on the Cub Cadet, my knee was under it, and not good, but, you know, I'm smart this time. We have a pin up here. Use this for that. Come on. There we go. Now we gotta pry this off. It's gonna be kind of hard, but I'll figure it out, and then I'll take this belt off. Try to pull this thing out. I don't got a lot of room here, so I gotta try to, you know, bring it back and forth. Oh, one of the things is hung up over there, so I'll go grab that really quick. There we go. It's actually pretty easy to take these mower decks off. Every time I see a mower and I have to take it off, I always assume it's going to be very hard, but it's literally 4 pins total. Well, 5 pins total in the belt, which the belt, if you lower your deck all the way, your belt will be loose. You can just pop it right off. So I'm going to get this thing drug out of the way, and then we'll finish up all of our tires, and then we're going to go wash this thing up. Alright, I got all the tires on, quickly painted them. And the front ones, I didn't even use cardboard because I believe if I use brake cleaner, it'll rub right off of the tire. But I am going to just redo everything, like all the paint, because I had all the tires drying behind me, and I was picking off chunks of grass stuck under the mower and threw it behind me, and now every single tire is just covered in clippings. So we're gonna drive this down to the hose. I got everything put on, all the keyways in, really clean it up, rinse it all off, drive it back up here, and then we're just gonna redo all the tires, make it look way better, and we can do all the other stuff we have to. So I'm gonna fire it up, the jump box, and then we're gonna go hose it down. All right, I'm gonna rinse this thing down, got it over here to the hose, fired right up with the jump box. Again, later we are gonna throw a new battery in it because it's dead. Yeah, it doesn't even click or anything. So I'm gonna rinse this thing up, and then we're gonna get it back in the barn and repaint it all. Kind of forgot the exhaust pot. What are you doing? Alright, there we go. It's crazy. This thing is just covered in whatever this stuff is. And it's so satisfying to just clean it. So I'm just gonna get this done and then head back to the barn. Well, I just got done cruising this thing around. It's the next day now, and did pretty good. The hour thing does work. Literally put an hour on it, just getting to the hayfield, to the forest, and then back. But now, I don't want this thing to tip. We had to get some brake cleaner and redo these tires because, again, I threw a whole chunk of grass behind me. And it got everywhere on the tires. So I gotta get some brake cleaner, a rag, and I'm just gonna get to work. It's still drying, but look at that. Looks awesome. No paint left on the rubber. Front isn't the best because the rims were just in such bad condition, but that is still not that bad for literally spray paint. So I'm just gonna roll with it. So it's pretty good. The seat sensor, since my battery's dead, when I have the jump box plugged in, I can't get out of my seat when it's idling to unplug it. So I took it out. There's a little button that when pushed sets a signal to the brains or whatever that says somebody's sitting on it. So I taped it down, put a zip tie around it, so now I don't have to worry with that. So now I just hold down the brake, fire it up, and then go. Obviously you still have to use the jump box. So even though the tires are still wet, I'm going to creep it over to the shop, pull it in by the Cub Cadet, and I think we're going to get that other battery in there. So we're just going to take the one out of the Cub Cadet because I'm probably going to scrap it anyways because it's broken. If you guys didn't watch the other episode on this, like I said, the Cub Cadet shaft gears self-combobulated. So yeah, they do not, it doesn't move now. It just makes clanking and grinding noises. I'll show you guys when I'm down there. But I'm going to fire this thing up, head down there, and then we'll go from there. Well, we're back here in the shop. Thankfully, I didn't get anything in the rims driving over here because it's still pretty wet. Here is the Cub Cadet that I spent 3 weeks building and customizing. If you guys haven't seen the other videos, we installed a massive light bar, cleaned up all the plastics, custom dash. We have a new air filter for it down there, carb clean, did a whole bunch of stuff, and then the gears ignited. So you guys know, I upload every week now. I've been doing that for like probably 8 weeks. I used to only upload like once every 2 months because, I'm a kid, I have school, I have to do other stuff. I always run a shop or town with my dad. I'm always helping my dad. But I have been making a whole bunch of videos. I make about 2 videos a day, and I spent about 2 weeks making videos. So stay tuned because we have everything going on. We have new dirt bikes, we have 2-strokes, we got racing mowers, we got upcoming videos on different pulleys for this. We got a whole bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that. I also have some merch here, Glory Garage hats, shirts, stuff like that. Yep. Alright, got the new one swapped in. See if we got any juice. Go ahead, Blake. right up. It normally doesn't do that. You normally gotta give it choke and all of that. Now that that's done, I'm gonna get this thing pulled back out, head back to the barn. Well guys, I think that's gonna do it for today's episode. Cruise it back down here to the barn. Still rides good, everything. It's nice not having a big jump box right there. You know, I can just fire it right up when I need to. Comment down below what you want me to do with this, and we are going to be swapping the pulleys. I have some on the way, and we should be able to do pretty good speed. But around here, we have a little trailer that I haul around, and I haul gas jugs for my dad. We do burn piles, so I'm always cutting trees and hauling them. Literally, I hauled them with the Cub Cadet, had no problem. So I still want to let this have some torque. We'll make it quite a bit faster, but I still don't want to like just massive gear to small gear, or sorry, pulley, because then I'll have absolutely no torque. And I love hauling around stuff, pulling stuff. A huge tree just fell right on the dirt bike track, nearly took me out, and we got to move it with something. And my dad's not here a lot, and the tractor is blocked in with everything. So we might have a big job for this thing to do in the next episode. Don't know if it can do it. Probably gonna break some stuff, but stay tuned for that. Go to vicegripgarage.com to get some merch, hats, t-shirts, stickers, all that. And stay tuned because we got a lot more coming with junk from the barn, mopeds, two-strokes, dirt bikes, weed whackers, you name it, we got it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Get some.